Brethren, I pray you sing a new song. Sing praise in the assembly of the righteous. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let the high praise of God be on the mouths of the saints and a two-edged sword in their hands to execute vengeance on the demonic nations and punishments on those peoples, to bind their kings with chains. This honor have all his saints. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Sing to him a new song.
First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem HaMashiach Yahushua, and the 12 tribes that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. Today, we got a lesson for the people. We're going to go over what the kingdom going to be like. Because we know that the world showed that this kingdom, after this kingdom, there will be no more. Everybody's going up to heaven. But that's not true, because this is someone's heaven. But there's another heaven that's coming right after this, and it's going to be for the Israelites and Israelites only. God! Hey, it's not going to be what you think, Esau. We ain't nobody going to be floating in the sky, flying all around half naked in the sky. We're doing none of that stuff, man. We're going to be just like how Esau is in his kingdom, but it's going to be in righteousness. We're going to be on top. We're going to be setting orders. Hey, chilling, doing what we want to do. Ain't got to wake up every day and work a 12-hour job every day, come home tired, and your kids want to play with you, but you're too tired. It ain't going to be none of that, man. We're going to be enjoying ourselves for the rest of time. God! So let's get into this. Sirach 10 and 8.
God, this is Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, so we know this kingdom is not fair. Even their own people say that this kingdom isn't fair. Look, they over here in the bottom with us. This kingdom is not fair. They do their own people like that, man. It's not about you work hard and you get to the top. It's not about when you, the farther you get up, it's the easier it gets. It should not be like that. That's not no righteous kingdom, man. It should be the farther you go up, the harder it should get, man. But it's not. The farther you go up, the more you can relax and chill. That's not how it's supposed to be. So it says from unrighteous dealings, they promote homosexuality, they promote bestiality, fornication, adultery, all these things that they promote. Man, I was watching an article. I looked at an article, and the Love and Hip Hop, everybody know what Love and Hip Hop is. They gave these people on Love and Hip Hop a $17,000 pay cut because there was not enough drama in their scenes. So they promoting these things. So this from the wickedness of this kingdom is going to be translated to another kingdom. And what's that other kingdom? You got the second address?
Yeah, 6 and 9.
Yeah, 6 and 9.
This is second address, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Right, Esau is the end of the world. Hey, when they say the end of the world, that does not mean that there's not going to be another kingdom coming. It just means that this kingdom is coming down. Ain't no more rulership for Esau. They ruled too long. And it's been evils multiplied on the earth, man. Get that right quick, matter of fact. Man, they ruled too damn long, man. They was the Romans, the Greeks. They ruled way too long, man. And it's been nothing but wickedness growing on the earth to where nobody knows the truth anymore. Because we know these are Satan's children. So this is the prince of the power of the air's children. This is their kingdom.
This is First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 9. And after this death, they all put crowns upon themselves. Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years.
Right, so Alexander, he was a Greek king. They call him Alexander the Great, Alexander the Greek. We call him Alexander the Freak because he was a faggot. And this is where all that homosexuality and pedophilia was promoted. These people still promote that. What do they call it? Pizzagate. All that stuff goes back to Alexander the Greek, the Freak, and the rest of the Romans also. Well, go ahead.
And then died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place.
Right.
And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Right.
So did their sons after them many years.
Right.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right, so it said evils was multiplied in the earth. You know, like the scripture says, when the wicked are in rulership, the earth mourns. But when the righteous, the earth rejoices. It tells you in Isaiah 2 that when our kingdom come, the earth is going to rejoice. That's how it's going to be, because they're going to know that the rightful people that's supposed to be on top is going to be ruling in righteousness. It ain't going to be no wickedness. Say, hey, we got a peace treaty for you, and then next thing you know, we invading your land from the far inside. It ain't going to be none of that, man. It's going to be straight righteousness. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
God, it said, read that one more time.
God, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
So you can look at the earth now and see who's in rulership, and it said, called them the wicked. When they rule, the earth mourns, man. The earth is the literal earth. The Most High God made everything living. Even the trees breathe, they live. And what they do, they go cutting down they go in the Amazon, cutting down the Amazon, everything. They got the water, they polluting the water. They're polluting the air. Everything is mourning because the wicked are in rulership. All right, so get that Matthew 24. But there's something we have to do if we want our kingdom to come. We can't be sitting around smoking and getting snacks all day thinking that that's going to get us, thinking that we just waiting on the kingdom and it's just going to come to us in our hand. Because that ain't happening, man. Y'all are the Israelites of the Bible, man. Y'all need to wake up. The kingdom is ready for y'all. It's prepared for y'all. Yahushua already prepared it for you. All you got to do is get right. And like I said, it's the whole reason me bringing out this lesson. It ain't you ascending up in the sky with no damn halo, man. Your kingdom is you going to be on rulership. And they going to be on the bottom. Simple as that. Like how they got us on the bottom. They got us going through DHS and all these different programs, and they still ain't doing nothing for you. Every time you turn around, they giving you some kind of food stamp cut or whatever. Man, they always being devious, man. But this is their kingdom. They can do that. Get that.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Right, so it says the gospel shall be preached unto all nations. Then the end gonna come. The end ain't gonna come until this gospel be preached upon all nations. Man, we almost there. I don't know what's going on. Matter of fact, get Isaiah 61. Let's see what this gospel is. It says the gospel shall be preached in all nations, then shall the end come. Gospel means good news. It don't mean everybody can be saved. It's only good news for the Israelites. We the only ones who need saved, man. These other nations don't need to be saved. Y'all been in rulership this whole time. What the hell you need to be saved from? Right. So get that. Yeah, start at 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me.
Right.
Because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
That's the gospel. The good tidings. What you got to come? Go ahead.
God, he hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted,
right,
to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Right, we telling the brokenhearted, hey man, the kingdom is for you. It's okay to, man, we all know what would happen to us back then, man. We understand that. The Most High God did that to us as a punishment. But it's not, he didn't do it for us to be destroyed all the way, consumed all the way. It was a punishment. Like when you punish your children, and then you tell them you feel bad after a while, you be like, hey man, I'm sorry I had to do that to you, but I had to do it to show you something. Right. That's how the Most High God is also. He spanked our ass to show us. It's time to wake up though. Continue.
He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Who the captives? Who the only ones that fill up the prison systems? The blacks, Hispanics, and natives, man. That's who it's talking to. This is the gospel, the good news. Y'all ain't gonna have to do life in a cell no more. In a cellmate with somebody that's, man, you not gonna have to do this no more if y'all return to the Most High God, man, in these last days. Simple as that.
I got
so, hold on. You say you got something? Go ahead.
So you was talking about chastening your son, but at the end of the day, it's like, I had to do that to you to show you. I got a precept. This is Deuteronomy 8:5. Thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chasteneth thee. So, just like he said, the Lord is going to chasten us to see where our righteousness is at the end of the day. Just want to get that up for you.
Darn, so, get that.
Bro.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, can I ask y'all a question?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Y'all believe in the kingdom?
I do.
So what, can you explain a little bit on how the kingdom gonna be?
I can. The kingdom of what? The kingdom of heaven?
Yeah.
Well,
Is everybody gonna get a halo and a sitting up in the sky?
well, the kingdom of heaven is pretty much going to be to each his own, and how you participate on earth. And what you do is you're going to get your crown given to you accordingly. Now, if you didn't do things that was righteous on earth, to each his own. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but I'm just saying you get your crown, however your crown comes to you. That's all I can say, young man.
All right, appreciate it.
Y'all be blessed.
All right, so at the end of the day, man, read that. So what y'all should understand, man, even in the daily prayer, it tells you that thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So that means your kingdom is going to be on earth also. It's not you going into the sky and sitting with a halo, man. And for eternity, you just flying around, and then they don't even show you what the hell you're supposed to be doing while you flying around in the sky forever, half naked. Half naked babies flying around in the sky, man. Man, I was on the internet, man. They trying to say a cherub is one of those infant babies that's flying around with wings, man. They polluting and perverting everything, man, to where nobody knows the truth. But that's our job, to come out here and proclaim the truth to the lost, the brokenhearted, the captives. This is us preaching the gospel to the people. Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
God.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Right. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And it tells you in Revelation, what we about to get, that he's seen the heaven ascending, the kingdom of God ascending out of heaven. Hey, y'all ain't going up there where the Most High, the Father is, man. Most High God gonna send something down for us. Simple as that. So it says, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, man. The kingdom gonna be here on earth, man. Y'all gotta get y'all mind ready for it, though. You can't be thinking you're gonna be wicked as hell, being the top elite, like these elites, how they are now. They wicked as hell. Now look at the earth, though. We don't have nothing on this. Everything's polluted, man. So get that right quick. Revelation 21.
This is Revelation chapter 21 and verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Right.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Right, so this is the book of Revelations, man. So this is for all the people that really believe that you're gonna ascend up in heaven, man. You're not reading, man. It tells you in Revelation, the last book of the Bible, a new heaven and a new earth is gonna come. Go ahead.
And there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven.
Right.
Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Like the Most High God got his son is prepared already. Hey, matter of fact, get John 14 right quick. John 14 and 1. Let me show you. It's already prepared for you. He already said, man, in my Father's house, there's many mansions. Y'all want mansions, right? That's what y'all work hard for. That's what y'all talk about, the American dream. This is so y'all can live lavishly. Well, live lavishly in righteousness. Go ahead.
God, this is John chapter 14, verse 1.
Right?
Let not your heart be troubled.
Right.
Ye believe in God, believe also in me.
Right. Believe in Yahweh Shah, what he about to tell you right now. Believe on him, period. Believe that the miracles that he did, he really did them. Believe that he really walked the earth. Because as of now, y'all don't believe, or y'all would follow him. Go ahead.
Verse 2, in my Father's house are many mansions.
Right?
If it were not so, I would have told you.
Right, he didn't have to tell you that. He could have just came down here, showed you how to walk in the laws, and went back up to the Father. But he told you, hey, in my Father's house, there's many mansions. Somebody got to dwell in those mansions. Who want to dwell in the mansions? Or do y'all want to stay on 61st all crammed up like sardines in these apartment complex? You can hear the next door neighbors doing it and all kinds of stuff because y'all so close together. Who wanna be like that forever? Go ahead.
John, I will have told you, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also.
Right, so he tells you in John, he already prepared a place, man. It's already ready. It's already ready, man. Y'all just got to get yourselves ready. Simple as that. Go ahead, go back to that. Revelation 21.
This is Revelation chapter 21 and verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
Right, so read the next verse. It's going to tell us, man, some of the stuff that's going to, we can never imagine how great the kingdom really is. But I grabbed a few points on what it is going to be like in the kingdom that I found out the scriptures. Read verse, I think it's 4.
Verse 4, And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Right, so it ain't gonna be no more sorrow, no more crying because your son got shot and dead in the street. Ain't no more IMSA. Ain't gonna be no more police patrolling the neighborhoods, man. It ain't gonna be none of this. It ain't gonna be wondering where your wife is, she missing. Wondering where your kids is, they missing. Hey, you can let your kid go out and play, and you ain't gotta worry about somebody kidnapping them or an animal mauling them to death, man. For the lions is gonna be eating straw in that day. You ain't gotta worry about the kids gonna be playing with lions. It's gonna be beautiful in that day, man. Simple as that. So let's get some more. Revelations 2 and 6.
God, this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 6. But this thou hast, that thou hatest the deeds of the Nicolainites.
So we're about to get, like I said, we're going to get a few points on what the kingdom is going to be like, man. Because we look at our people, we are our most oppressed people ever, man. They coming up with one consent. Esau's patrolling. East Indians selling you the food. They already set up a system to where you stay on bottom, man. Everybody's going to this damn store. Where is y'all people's store at? Right. We need help, man. We need deliverance. Simple as that. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. And he hath overcome it and keepeth my works unto the end. To him will I give power over the nation.
Right. If you overcome, everybody has a battle they have to overcome. If you overcome and keep his works unto the end, to him will he give power over the nations. Who don't want to be power over the nation? Who don't want to be a king over 10 cities? Telling everybody in the city how you want stuff to be done in righteousness. That's all we do is protest and tell them how what ain't right. Y'all kings and princesses, man, y'all can be up there where y'all can set that order. But y'all gotta get yourself right. Y'all can't think y'all gonna protest being just as wicked as Esau, gonna be able to tell somebody what's right and what's wrong. Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of the potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father.
Right, because Yahushua gonna do the same thing when he get here. He gonna break the nations for what they did to his people. Simple as that. Simple as that. Get Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 6. 3 and 6. So he said in the kingdom, he gonna give you dominion, rulership over the other nations.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 6.
Right?
As gold in the furnace have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
Right. He got to try men. He got to see whose faith is up there. See who actually doing the works before he put you in that righteous estate on ruling over people. You can't rule over people It's not happening. So he gonna put you in that furnace of adversity. Hey, all of us up here go through horrible stuff, but that ain't about to break our faith. In fact, go to Romans 8 right quick. Hey, shit, nothing gonna separate us from the Most High God, the Father, and His only begotten Son. Nothing. Not even death. Be faithful unto death, and He will give us a crown of life.
Right.
We really believe in that. Simple as that. Salaki.
You want me to grab something?
35.
This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach?
Right?
Shall tribulation or
Right.
distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword?
Right? All these things are harsh things to go through. But it should not separate you from the love of Hamashiach Yahushua. Because if you do that, then you're showing homage to the Father also. But like I said, man, he ain't about to set up no weak men, effeminate men, who if your shoe gets stepped on, you're ready to put them to death. That's weak and effeminate. Whether you believe that or not, it's a system that was set up for you to be like that against your brother.
Right.
But the police be beating the hell out of your brothers and y'all don't do nothing.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I will give him the morning star. He.
That's it on that. Wisdom of Solomon, Grand 7. You say you had something? You had something?
Yeah, it was pretty simple. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 7. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to the fro like sparks among the stubble.
Right, in the time of our visitation, the time Yahweh Mashiach crack that sky open and come give us our glorified bodies, man. We're going to run to and fro, and that goes into having dominion over the people. Some of these people we're going to have to go find in the rocks and the holes in the ground in the mountains. He going to give us them powers to be able to go get these people. Hey, this is part of the reward. I know we look forward to that. We don't know about everybody else, but we look forward to that, man. Simple as that. Just like they came and they got us from the west coast of Africa. You think we all just put our hands on them like, here, take us? No, they had to come get us. They had to catch us. Simple as that. Go ahead.
This is Nahum chapter 2 and verse 3. The shield of his mighty men is made red. The valiant men are in scarlet. The chariots shall be with flaming torches in the day of his preparation. The fir trees shall be terribly shaken. The chariots shall rage in the streets. They shall jostle one against another in the broad ways. They shall seem like torches. They shall run like lightnings. So Khan, just like he breaking down the Wisdom of Solomon, that's what the torch is going to be like. When we get those powers, that's how we're going to be like. We're going to be jostling one against another, running through the streets like lightning. Quick, fast. Can't nothing catch us.
Hey, just like the brother always bring out, man, where you think they get them Marvel movies from, man? They get that because they know what the hell's going on. That's going to be us. We're going to have different powers like that.
Nahum 2 and 3. Nahum 2 and 3.
All right, finish this.
Done.
Wisdom of Solomon 3.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 8. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people.
Right?
And their Lord shall reign forever.
Right, we gonna judge the nation and have dominion. Dominion is rulership. Simple as that, over the people. All the nations, man.
All right.
Hey, the people in the countries, man, it's countries you ain't never even heard of. Now, it's places you ain't never heard of. You're gonna have dominion over all them people, man. But you gotta get yourself right first. You gotta make sure that you're ready for that first. We talking about the kingdom here, man, which everybody wants to go to. Hey, even an atheist don't know it yet, but he want to go to the kingdom. He don't know it, but he want to go to the kingdom, man. Hey, that's the whole reason he is an atheist, because he's tired of being here. He don't want to believe in nothing. Simple as that. Read verse 9.
Verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him.
Right, so you gotta trust in the Most High God, man, first, before you get the kingdom. Believe that this gospel is gonna happen, man. It's good news. You say you got something?
You want me to finish?
That was not. That was it. No. Go ahead.
For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath cared for his elect.
Right, he cared for his elect, the children of Israel, that 1/3 within Israel. Simple as that. So let's get some more. And we know everybody go over this precept, but I want to show it anyways to prove, man. This is what's going to happen in the kingdom. Bring that Isaiah 4:1 out.
This is Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1.
Right?
And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
Right, so, hey, in that day, a brother going to have, the word 7 is completion. A brother going to have as many damn women as he want to, man.
Right?
You ain't got to be stuck with one woman in this kingdom, man. Because with monogamy has been pushed on our people, man. That's why they, at a rate, it looks like the black man is the biggest cheater. No, because naturally he deals with more women. It's in our DNA to deal with more than one woman. All our forefathers did it. Even the pastors, man, be dealing with more than one woman.
Hey, and that's why Esau pushed monogamy, because we would have been too much of it. It's been too much to handle.
Hey, exactly, and that's the cut our growth when it comes to the people. They can keep us, where they want us. Because if a man got 3-4 wives, he can have 10 wives. You can have what Gideon had 80 children.
Yeah, hey, yeah, I think it was more than that.
Keep us weak in number.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point I was trying to get. Weak in number. So in that day, man, this is part of how the kingdom, man. You're gonna have 7 is completion. You're gonna have as many damn women as you want, but you got to do the work first, man. And the Most High God gonna give you that. Hey, who would ever think in the kingdom you're gonna have as many women as you want? Hey, you think them over there in Arabia over there practicing polygamy? Where you think that comes from? They know where that comes from, man. Back then, we always had multiple women. But this is America, man. You're a bad guy for having more than one woman. But in the kingdom, you're going to have as many damn women as you want. So what does that show you? There's going to be sex in the kingdom. Simple as that. All right, so.
You got that Gideon precept, too.
All right, come.
Done. This is Judges, chapter 8, verse 30. And Gideon had 70 sons of his body begotten, for he had many wives.
Done. So yeah.
So imagine how many wives this man had to have 70. You think one woman can have 70 kids? No. He had multiple wives, man. Hey, simple as that, man.
It took her 70 years to have 70 kids.
Hey, brother. What's up, man? You believe in the Bible?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do? Holla at us right quick. All right. All right, so let's get back. Get to Isaiah 14 right quick, man. Let's show a little bit more that your pastor is not going to. Why ain't your pastor teaching in the kingdom of heaven, man?
Bring it out.
They only teach you tithing. Passing that collection plate around.
Right.
Collection plate gold with diamonds on it. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. That's the only thing they worry about dressing is that collection plate.
Right.
They ain't trying to dress you with immortality, man. At all. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob,
Right?
and will yet choose Israel.
Right. We in captivity right now. But he gonna have mercy on us. It seems like he not. Because everybody's protesting. Everybody want to know why this man was shot and killed. Everybody want to know why this man was shot and killed. And as y'all see, it was a woman recently. She was found hung in a park. They still hanging us. But y'all not going to wake up. The Most High God is making it happen at a higher rate because he's trying to wake y'all up. But y'all not waking up. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Right?
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
It said the strangers, these non-Israelite nations, is going to cleave. Some of them going to cleave to us. A lot of them going to rebel, though. But it says they gonna cleave to the house of Jacob. And let's see where we gonna take them.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Hey, what do you do with servants and handmaids? You put them to work, man. Hey, you want your kids to, instead of taking them to some measly riverside park, man, hey, you can have your servants build you a park.
Right.
Build you a Disneyland. Build you a water park. Hey, man, y'all better stop playing, man. Y'all can have all this, man. Y'all ain't got to be subject to these damn people, man, and they system.
Subject to payment.
Right, subject to payment. Well, we subject to payment to the Most High God, but Khan, you definitely right. But continue.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Who is the only people we was captives to, man? Hey, so we know this is a future prophecy, man. Who have we taken captive since we came over here? Nobody. So this is a future prophecy. We waiting on this to happen as we speak. Preparing ourselves.
Right.
Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Right?
And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Right, that we was made to serve. The Israelites was made to serve bondage. Hey, these people that's ruling over us, they ain't gonna, man, we gonna have real big ass breeding farms because they ain't gonna be able to take what we gonna throw on their ass. Simple as that, man. Hey, and it says rule over them with the rod of iron. See that brother trying to slide by like that? Okay. But we gonna rule over them with a rod of iron, man. They ain't gonna be able to sit in the sun up to sun up with us, like how we was doing. But that's the judgment thereof, because that's how they had us. But it also says that there's gonna be no more. Read that last verse again.
And thou shalt. Wait, read verse 3 again.
I think it's 4.
And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Right, so it says rest from our fear and our sorrows, just like it told us in Revelation 21. It said the same thing in verse 4. He's going to give us rest from all these things. You ain't got to worry about police pulling you over if he going to gun you down or not. Your hands on the steering wheel. And he's still talking about, I see a gun. Who seen that video, man? He had his hands out the window. He's like, he's got a gun.
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't got nothing. Hands in the air. Bro, that is called oppression, man. That's a fear tactic for the people after that who they pull over. You better be ready. We'll put your ass to death if we want to. All right, so get to Isaiah 61 and start at 4.
God, this is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 4. And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolation. And they
start over, Salakia.
And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolation.
Right, so this is talking about what the heathens gonna do. We gonna be chilling in the kingdom. But what they're gonna be doing, they're gonna be, read that one more time.
And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolation.
Right, all the stuff that they destroyed, the sea, the trees, the Amazon, all that, man, that we gonna make them replace all of it. No breaks. For 1,000 years. Hardcore bondage, man.